happening no matter what.
You added a couple of things here.
Hello, I'm Dave Miller. It's Think Out Loud. We're live from the Capitol as the 2013 legislative session is starting to take shape. Today in the show, we're going to get some context on yesterday's arrest of Portland City employee Riaz Qadir Khan. He was accused of providing material support to terrorists. We'll talk to Portland Mayor Charlie Hales about the arrest, and we'll get a first-hand account of the 2009 bombing in Lahore, Pakistan, that Khan has been accused of helping to fund.
Hi,
Coming up, we're
Shahid.
going to talk to Portland Mayor Charlie Hales
we're coming
and
to you
get
in
a
about
first-hand
a minute
account of
30,
the
so we're going to break
2009
right now,
terrorist
and then
bombing
you're
in
on
Pakistan that a Portland City
All right,
employee
stay in
was
line.
just accused of funding. Stay tuned.
He's good?
Yep, he's good.
You're listening to Think Out Loud on OPB. I'm Dave Miller. Yesterday, federal officials indicted a Portland man named Riaz Qadir Khan for conspiring to provide material support to terrorists. Khan was born in Pakistan and is a naturalized U.S. citizen. He's a Portland City employee who works at a wastewater treatment plant. The indictment states that over the course of about 3.5 years, Khan provided advice and money to one of the perpetrators of a 2009 terrorist attack in Lahore, Pakistan. That bombing left 30 people dead and injured 300. Khan is scheduled to appear at a court hearing today. In a few minutes, we'll talk to Mayor Charlie Hales, but first, to learn more about the attack that Khan is being accused of supporting, we turn to Shahid Hussain. He is a television reporter based in Lahore, and he arrived on the scene minutes after the blast. Shahid Hussain, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What were you doing on the day of the attack? This was May 27th, 2009.
Yeah, actually, I was busy in another shoot, which was 1 mile away from that building. And suddenly we felt we heard the sound of a huge blast. And it was, the window pans moved like as it was an earthquake. But when I came out from that building, we have seen the clouds, smoke clouds coming out from 1 mile away. And reaching there, we have found that there was a crossfire. I don't know whether it was between the security agencies or the terrorists, or the security agencies just only firing to keep terrorists away, or had already killed the terrorists at that time. But all these things were, and after when all these things were ended, and we have seen such a big crater. It was 15 foot deep and 17 foot wide. It was actually, we have not seen such a deep and a big crater, because around 140 kg explosive material was used, as per law enforcing agencies told the media. And before this, we have never seen such use of such explosive material in that quantity. And there was a police building adjacent to ISI office, which was actually the target. But when building collapsed, the police who were performing duties in that building, they were also stuck in that building, and some of them could not be get out alive, and some of them were lucky who were taken out from that building, but they were injured. But most of the people who were passing by from that road, they became victim of that firing and that blast, and the shock wave, the blast also damaged many buildings within the radius of half a mile.
As you said, you could even feel the blast from a mile away, where you're working on a different shoot for your TV reporting. Just to put that the amount of explosives in perspective, it sounds like it's over 300 pounds, 140 kilograms. There were many attacks in Lahore in that period. How much did this one stand out?
Okay.
Yeah, actually, we have been experienced around 2 blasts in 1 month. It was an average at that time in those years, like 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay,
And the modus operandi of the previous blast, it was just like suicide bombers come with a suicide jacket and just blew himself But it was altogether different because a vehicle was used for this blast to carry such to carry the explosive material in such big quantity. So it was different because it was the second time when a vehicle was used just to damage a building of ISI, and so I think that it was different as compared to the previous blast, which was occurred in Lahore, and it was like 2 or 3 buildings that completely collapsed in that blast.
Can you give us a sense for why the ISI, the security group, I think from what I've heard, some combination for American ears of the CIA and the FBI with some ties to the military, why it would have been a target?
Yeah, actually, at that time, there was an average of 2 blasts in 1 month in Lahore, and the situation was even worse in many other cities of Pakistan. Like Peshawar, it was an average of 1 blast in every week. So whenever after any blast, our law enforcing agencies were meant to arrest some people, and in order to and I think that it was retaliation by the terrorists, because whenever they think that their partners or their accomplices were arrested, they also retaliate by managing or creating such blasts in some cities or some targets, because this building was actually located in a populated area of, or you can say, it was a center of the city. And even before this blast, even I was not aware of that it was an ISI building, because I was considering, and the first thought, it was like a police building which was collapsed or which was targeted. But later on, we have found that it was an ISI building, and at that time, ISI, which is top-most intelligence agencies of Pakistan, had arrested many terrorists after, in line with some of class. So I think that it was actually a retaliation from the terrorists, just to indicate a message or give a message to the law enforcing agencies that whenever they would arrest their men, they would also retaliate in the same manner.
My understanding is that there haven't been too many arrests, though, or convictions for many of the bombings from that time. How much attention will this indictment and this case in Portland get in Pakistan, do you think?
Yeah, actually, it was not. It was in headlines in almost in every television channel of Pakistan that a terrorist or the mastermind was arrested from America. But the culprits or the accused, which were arrested after that blast, also claimed the responsibility of another blast, which was occurred a year prior to that incident. So it was actually a connected blast, you can say, because the accused who were arrested in this case was also claimed the responsibility of another blast in which FIA building was completely collapsed, and it was almost the same modus operandi was used in that blast also.
Shahid Hussain, thanks so much for talking to us today.